Well, welcome back to another Wednesday whiskey review from you boys, the Buffalo Happy Hour. Today we're reviewing Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare!
Against my better judgment. Just kidding. You like this stuff, don't you?
I'll explain why.
All right. Well, that's great. Good time. Sponsor. Want to say the word of our sponsor?
This is brought to you by Addie's, located in Williamsville on Transit Road, down the street from Neat, next door to Wegmans. They got good products. They got a huge selection in-house wine sommelier and an app that you should download, especially if you live in the great state of New York, because then, you know what they can do? Ship it right to your door. Anyways, give them a follow on Instagrams, Addies_wine, something like that. They're amazing. Fine_Addies.
Something like that.
Bunch of grapes in the logo. Anyways, Eagle Rare 10 year. It's a Buffalo Trace product out of Kentucky. It is technically a Kentucky straight bourbon. It's 45 ABV, 90 proof, and we are tasting it in the year 2024. It's been around for a while. What else do we know, Derek?
Price. What'd you have this at?
Depends on the store. Generally, it's around $60.
In the great state of New York.
Yes.
Outside is like 30.
Correct.
Because New York sucks.
This is also technically an allocation in the great state of New York.
Did you say that we're tasting this in the year of 2024?
2024. So anyways, I opened it. I've been drinking it. Deal with that.
Sauvage.
But we are going to go over label branding, the nose, the initial tasting, any notes, the final rating, and if you would have it in your collection.
So Eagle Rare and Buffalo Trace didn't really give you a mash bill, which is kind of obnoxious because I like mash bills. I like getting into all the nerd stuff.
I like Eagles better.
This is Buffalo Trace mash bill number 1, and what people hypothesize that this is a low rye mash bill. So obviously it's straight bourbon, which means it has to be at least 51% corn. It's a low rye, and they say around less than 10% of rye, which leaves a nice chunk of change there of like about 40% that's unaccounted for. So if I was a betting man, which I am, and I'm guessing Kentucky is mostly high corn, I would probably assume that this is like a 70 to 75% corn, 10% rye, and then the rest like 15% malted barley or something like that. This is definitely a high corn product. There's no way that they put so much barley in here or wheat that it just doesn't make sense anymore.
When's the last time you tasted this?
Very long time ago. I haven't had Eagle Rare in minutes, dude.
So it's rare for you.
It's this is like an Eagle double rare for me.
Oh my God.
Fun fact about Little Eagle Rare. They used to have single barrel written on their bottle because it used to be a single barrel product. But that was back when they bottled it manually. They have since then went into an automatic bottling process where now the bottles fly down the conveyor belt and get filled up, and they could not guarantee that drops from the next barrel didn't get into one of the bottles because of the way that it was being processed. So they couldn't, in good faith, put that it's single barrel on here, or legally put it, I'd say good faith, put single barrel on here because of an automatic processing error.
Automatic.
Which is pretty sweet, isn't it?
You know, it's nice to just throw the pen down.
Throw that pen down. And fun note, too, this hasn't won an award since 2020, so you suck. I'm just kidding. All right. Label Brandon, what do you got? I mean, there's an eagle on here, so.
High. Not because it's flying. The label branding for me is actually high on this bottle, and I just think it's classy looking. I just think it's a really well put together marketing presentation, I guess is the best way to put that. I like it. So, suck that, Derek.
I do like that it says 10 years right off the bat, right in the center. And this is one of the bottles that doesn't have a label on the front. The entire front is etched, which I think is sick. Is there another product that does that? There's always some sort of paper or filament label on the front.
Yeah, not that I've seen.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. And then you got all the infamats on the back. Yeah, so what are you going, A+?
No, I go higher than that.
Yeah, higher than that?
I'd go A+ check. Check.
So which one are we doing, A+ check or A+ check?
No, A+ check.
A+ check. Label branding, A+ check.
Are you putting that in the palette?
I'm putting that wherever I
or
feel
on the
like
finish?
It. I didn't mean to put it in the finish.
I'm going to put it under additional notes.
If you want one of these Dram diaries, go check out our friend Greg he provided us with these sweet little tasting booklets
What's up, Greg?
so we can document our journey down the little brown water over here. That sounded weird, but that's where we're at. You can go buy some of these pamphlets over at Greg's Etsy shop, and you can get your own binder because you ain't poor, and you can do it yourself and put it together. We have these beautiful blue leather booklets.
We have no idea. They're, what is it? Economic, social. What am I trying
What are you
to say?
trying to say? We don't know if they're underwater or not.
No.
Oh.
You were talking about their wealth amount.
Yeah. They might be poor. They might be rich. They might not even have water, but they got eagle rare.
I don't even know the word I'm trying to say, but it's basically
Economical status.
Yeah, I guess they're demographic in the world of finance.
All
And
right.
things.
Anywho,
we'll talk about it through the
You're
weekly
drinking
episode.
Kentucky bourbon. You're fine. This is an allocated product too. All right.
It's $30.
79 trillion if you're in New York. All right. You got the stars up here on the ribbon too. That's kind of dope. Okay. Pour. Nice little pour in experience. This is definitely a deeper color brown. You know, we're looking really
pour
dark
mine.
copper.
That's
I
fine.
mean, I just said that you're poor, so.
Here we go.
This is like a deep color copper, almost to like a penny. The presentation's nice. You got some good legs on here. It is a little oily. It's actually very viscous. When you swirl it around, the legs don't even run, really, after a while. It's kind of cool. Okay.
Nose is very typical.
Surprise.
Derek and I have been very upfront and forthcoming regarding our opinion on Kentucky whiskey products, basically stating that they're all the damn same. However, there's one thing that I wanted to talk about, which we will talk about during the initial taste, not the nose. So, the nose for me, you get this typical vanilla oak, honey, Kentucky bourbon, here we go, right? The initial taste is where it changes, but we got to rate the nose first before we get to the taste.
You do almost kind of get like a cherry perfumey note on the nose.
I agree.
I agree. But yeah, very, very traditional. I mean, this tastes like a 10-year-old Kentucky product.
It smells,
Yeah,
not taste. You
Right.
said taste.
same thing.
You're getting excited. Did you try it?
I did not.
Okay. So cherry, vanilla, oak, honey.
Yeah, this is very traditional
So
Kentucky. on
rate
nose.
the nose.
B minus.
B minus, I agree.
I agree.
Okay. Initial taste. It's been a long time for you, Derek.
Yeah, it's been 16 hours for you probably.
Anyways,
What are you getting?
okay. Tasting perspective is the same, right? You're initially getting oak, honey, vanilla, and then it flattens out. There is a lot of baking spice, though, on the initial taste, which is the point that I love to make regarding this product specifically. Now, I'm not throwing any shade, okay? I'm just giving a reference so that the listeners who may be drinking with us could fully understand. Say it's a Tuesday. It was a really difficult day at work. Not like I have those ever. So, you come home and you have two options. You have this, or you have Four Roses. And I'm talking about the Four Roses option that's like $30 in the great state of New York for an entire handle, right? Like, bottom level Four Roses. You drink that and you're like, it's just missing something. I just don't know what it is. I'm drinking whiskey. I'm feeling better. I'm starting to decompress, but it's missing something. I don't know that it thing. Then you pour this and you sip it and you take the first sip and the initial taste hits you and you're like, that's what it is. There it is. There's an extra bite to this that makes you realize and remember the fact that it's a bourbon. Like it's the stereotypical bourbon experience of a little bit of bite. I could drink this in summer after dinner and just decompress, or if it's fall, or if it's a difficult Tuesday. Whereas with the Four Roses, it's so mellow and smooth, and you're trying to figure out like that missing it factor. For this being compared to that, the baking spice for me in the initial taste is what gives it that punch of different tier of a bourbon, and it makes it more enjoyable for me personally. Thoughts, Derek?
I'm getting a lot of the traditional notes that you touched on. Obviously, the vanilla, the oak, the honey. I'm getting kind of like a graham cracker too, like a buttered graham cracker a little bit.
Yeah.
I am getting some of the baking spice, but to me, this is very, very traditional Kentucky. Like I can think of like 10 bourbons in the same price point that relatively taste the same. So I don't know. I never was like a hand down. I love Eagle Rare. And it's just, I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing to me that says this is definitely my everyday sipper.
Do you have any comments on my rant?
Yeah, I completely agree with your Four Roses comparison. I mean, I think that this is a good product. Do I think it's $60 worth? We'll get to that at the end. But, I mean, you're talking double the price, right?
Oh,
Compared
yeah.
to Four Roses, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think it's fine. It's a fine product. I would probably, for initial taste, I would probably give it, again, B- for me.
B check. B check.
I agree.
I agree. Ending note. Not much there. It's pretty one-dimensional in regards to the initial taste to the ending note. Maybe if you dig for it, there's like an element of fig.
Yeah. I was going to say like that graham cracker that I got at the end of the initial taste kind of transitioned to like a very, very, very lightly toasted cherry pie type cherry note at the end where it's kind of merging with that graham cracker. I'm really digging for that. Like I'm fist deep, you know what I'm saying? In the cherries, dude, cherry tree, picking cherries, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like deep, you know, like real deep. And that's kind of where I'm getting at. Like this
You're
is
never gonna get monetized.
It's fine. We never will. We never have. It's fine. I don't care. I do this for fun. What's up, Eagle Rare? You want to send us some more after I just trashed you? No, I mean, it's just like at the end, I kind of get like this lightly buttered cherry pie that it's decent. I don't hate the ending note. I like the ending note better than I like the initial taste, in my opinion, to be honest.
In my opinion, to be honest. Any other way that you can express that, Derek?
Yeah, personally. Personally, in my opinion, to be honest, you know.
So, ending note, final rating. I'm gonna go C+ check.
Really?
Yeah. It's so one-dimensional.
Ending note?
All of this is initial taste for me, and that's why I like it as much as I do. But the ending note is very vague. Blah.
See, this is why it's so cool taking a product like this, because I actually like the ending note better. So I would probably say B, solid B.
Well, we gotta
and you said C+
compromise
check,
somewhere.
so B-.
All right, fine. I agree.
All right.
Final rating. I'm actually struggling trying to figure out where I want to be.
I'm like, are you broken?
No.
Are you not saying something?
No, I'm delaying the countdown because I actually want a true number. You know what I mean?
So, like, to give you all perspective, in these tasting note, or in this booklet you have here, part of the tasting note is like smooth, medium, dry, smooth, medium, harsh, and light, medium, and full body to describe the different aspects of your taste. This is all just middle of the pack. Like, there's nothing. This is just such a product that it's just like not even giving me anything.
Yeah, it's just not giving.
It's only taking, right? Take what's yours, America. Eagle Rare, bruv. Double rare for me.
Give me that countdown.
Not so rare for Mike. 3, 2, 1. 78.
82.
Come on, it's an easy one.
80.
There you go.
I know, Derek.
Don't say you know. You waited a while for that one. Throw the pen down. We're done with this. No. So 60 bones. Is it really 60 bones?
Would you have this in your collection?
For 60 bones, that's what I'm saying. Let's look at our fine friends over at Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits to see what they have theirs at. Because to me, this all comes down to price. If this is in the same price bracket as Four Roses, I agree with you 100%. I'm going with this all the way because I like the way that this tastes. But if this is getting up into that punching above the $50 mark in Buffalo, in New York, I'm way out of this. There's no way I'm having this. So Addie's, so about $60. Addie's has this, the 375 milliliter, so the half one of this, for $30.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
They're full bottle, $60.
I'm not doing this at all for 60. This is a $45 product, in my opinion. $44.99 I might consider.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say 45 after tax.
Yeah. To me, nothing of this screams memorable. Nothing, I can find a significantly better sipping option for half the price.
Would you have it in your collection?
No.
Wow.
No.
For the Eagle, bro.
Up your juice, bro.
All right, everybody, you heard it here first. Derek is anti-American. No, so
If you have this in your collection, for what reason? Just because there's an eagle on it? I'll print you an eagle for less than $60. $59.99, brother.
You don't even got to waste the ink. The eagle runs in me, bro. Flies in these veins. Wow.
Right? Is that a crow?
No, that's definitely
crows have eyes.
That's an American crow, and I know that because I've recently downloaded the recording app to figure out what birds are in your neighborhood.
That's now Michael's cell phone ringtone.
Well, you know, when you buy a Buick, that's what you do. So, anyways, for me, I would have it in my collection. Clearly, it's my bottle, but. Yeah.
So why do you have this in your collection?
The Eagle, bro. No, secondly, it's because to me it's a good option to have as a sipper that everybody knows and appreciates and understands. Like, oh, like, yeah, that makes sense to have in your whiskey collection. Like, everyone knows it. It's just kind of a benchmark staple, whether it's open or not. But to me, it's also versatile. I feel like you can make a good Manhattan with this. Don't care if it's not a rye or if it's high corn. We technically don't even know the mash bill, but in reality, like, this would make a good Manhattan. It's got enough bite to it to make it worthwhile. Just use a good vermouth. So, to me, yeah, it's worth the collection. Would I spend $60 every single time? No.
Yeah.
So, that's Eagle Rare, everybody. Tune in next week so we can dive into more juice.
Hell yeah. And if you did enjoy a bottle of whiskey with us today, see, I said a full bottle because we're getting sloshed tonight. We're doing 4 records tonight, so make sure you stick around to the end because it's going to be a wild one. If you did enjoy some whiskey with us tonight, please, we always say drink responsibly, be a good person, and Michael.
Do not litter.
We're out.
Yeah!